The hip-hop world has witnessed one of its most enduring rivalries between two titans who rose from the streets to build billion-dollar empires. From accusations of looking like a famous painter to claims that success came through strategic marriage, 50 Cent has been relentlessly targeting Jay-Z for decades, but now, new footage has emerged that's setting the internet ablaze. Let's dive into this complex saga.
You image yourself after a gay painter. Your big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat.
For years, 50 Cent has been vocal about his issues with Jay-Z, but the latest controversy centers around one of the biggest stages in entertainment, the Super Bowl. This isn't just about old grudges or rap battles from the late 90s. We're talking about something far more recent and potentially more sinister: allegations of corporate gatekeeping at the highest level. The Super Bowl scandal began with the historic 2022 halftime show. On February 13, 2022, Super Bowl LVI took place at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. The event was monumental for hip-hop culture, the first time the halftime show truly centered the genre, with Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick Lamar all sharing the stage. Then, in a surprise moment that electrified social media, 50 Cent appeared hanging upside down, recreating his iconic In Da Club pose. The internet exploded with memes and nostalgic reactions, but according to 50 Cent, this legendary moment nearly didn't happen at all, and he blames Jay-Z. Here's where the power dynamics become crucial. Since 2019, Jay-Z's company Roc Nation has partnered with the NFL to produce the Super Bowl halftime show. This gives Jay-Z significant influence over artist selection, production decisions, and the overall creative vision. He essentially controls who gets that career-defining moment on America's most watched stage. According to 50 Cent, Jay-Z used this power to try to keep him off the stage entirely.
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies.
In December 2024, 50 Cent appeared on Cameron's show Come Talk to Flea and revealed the full story. He explained how Jay-Z allegedly went directly to Dr. Dre and Eminem, telling them he didn't want 50 Cent involved in the performance. This revelation exposed what many see as an abuse of corporate power to settle personal scores. But here's where the story gets even more interesting. It reveals the depth of loyalty in hip-hop. When faced with this ultimatum, Eminem reportedly refused to back down.
Jay-Z told Dr. Dre, just for people who's not up on this, or Eminem, that he didn't want you to perform part of that Super Bowl. They had a couple.
This isn't just about creative differences or scheduling conflicts. 50 Cent is directly accusing Jay-Z of weaponizing his corporate position to deliberately block another artist's opportunities. When you really examine this situation, it transcends typical rap beef. This is about power, control, and what happens when street rivalries move into corporate boardrooms. The story was corroborated by Tony Yayo, 50 Cent's longtime G-Unit affiliate, who confirmed the details during an interview with DJ Vlad.
What do you think that is?
Well, I just think,
Threatened?
yeah,
Possibly?
not even threatened. You know, I think it's just when you take the competition from, like, our culture is competitive, man. It is, but I think when it goes past the music itself to blocking things in business, then I don't understand.
Think about the implications here. One of the most anticipated halftime shows in Super Bowl history nearly lost Eminem, a certified legend and major draw, because Jay-Z allegedly tried to exclude 50 Cent. This isn't petty beef anymore. These are the kinds of corporate maneuvers that could cost networks millions and damage relationships at the highest levels of entertainment. 50 Cent has publicly speculated about Jay-Z's motivations. In a July 2024 Hollywood Reporter interview, he addressed the situation directly.
But for me, I mean, Jay, you know, you gotta remember, he didn't want 50 at the Super Bowl. That was crazy. I'm like,
Wait, Jay didn't want 50 at the Super
You didn't
Bowl?
know that? Yeah, he didn't
Well,
want.
I remember Eminem pushed for it.
That was some hated. Yeah,
I remember
pushed for it,
Eminem
yeah.
was like,
By October 2024, when 50 Cent appeared on The Breakfast Club, he doubled down on his accusations. He revealed that initially, people tried to blame the NFL to avoid direct confrontation, but 50 saw through the corporate smoke screen. His industry connections confirmed where the resistance truly originated. So what drives one of hip-hop's most successful moguls to allegedly sabotage another artist's Super Bowl opportunity? According to 50 Cent, it stems from competition that extends far beyond music.
When it goes past the music itself to blocking things in business, then I don't understand that. Like right now, he's not even competing for a slot. You don't have a new song out that he want to be on the top 10 or top 5, and you still competing. It just don't make sense. Like, what are we competing for?
50 Cent theorizes that his massive success in television production, particularly his Power franchise on Stars, which became a cultural phenomenon, positioned him as a direct competitor to Jay-Z's entertainment ventures. The rivalry evolved beyond rap into a battle for empire dominance, market share, and control over hip-hop's business narrative. Notably, 50 Cent observed that while the NFL initially took public responsibility for the controversy, he knew Roc Nation made the actual decision. The corporate shield provided plausible deniability, but 50 Cent recognized exactly who pulled the strings. What makes these allegations even more significant is Jay-Z's complete public silence. He has never addressed these claims. His silence has been interpreted in multiple ways. Some see it as dignified refusal to engage in drama. Others view it as tacit admission that 50 Cent's accusations contain truth. This story sparked broader conversations across social media and hip-hop communities. In September 2024, Cameron and Mace speculated that Jay-Z blocked Lil Wayne from performing at the 2025 Super Bowl due to old beef, drawing direct parallels to the 50 Cent situation. A pattern emerged in public perception. Jay-Z allegedly using corporate power to settle personal scores and exclude rivals from major platforms. Social media reactions divided predictably. Some fans sided with 50 Cent, calling Jay-Z a petty gatekeeper abusing his position. Others defended Jay-Z, pointing to 50 Cent's well-documented history of instigating conflicts and suggesting this might be another trolling episode. The truth likely exists in the complicated middle ground. What remains indisputable? No official statements from the NFL, Roc Nation, or Jay-Z have ever confirmed or denied these allegations, allowing 50 Cent's narrative to dominate the discourse. That silence speaks volumes. To truly understand why this conflict runs so deep and why Jay-Z would allegedly go to such lengths, we must return to the beginning. Every legendary hip-hop rivalry has an origin story. The tension between Jay-Z and 50 Cent traces back to 1999, when Curtis Jackson was just a hungry rapper from Queens with a stalled record deal and roughly 40 recorded songs that nobody seemed to care about. 50 Cent made an audacious move that defined his career trajectory. He decided to metaphorically rob everyone, drawing inspiration from the notorious B.I.G.'s 1993 track, Just Playing Dreams, where Biggie fantasized about relationships with female R&B stars. 50 Cent flipped the concept into a robbery theme. The result was How to Rob, where he fantasized about robbing virtually every famous rapper and singer in the industry. Jay-Z wasn't spared. The bar went, "What, Jigga just sold like 4 mil? You got something to live for. Don't want me putting 4 through that Bentley coupe door." It was bold, disrespectful, and exactly the guerrilla marketing an unknown rapper needed. The song spread rapidly through white label vinyl, distributed to DJ like Funkmaster Flex at Hot 97, receiving up to 650 weekly spins and circulating through mixtapes in major cities. Suddenly, everyone in hip-hop talked about this audacious kid from Queens who dropped over 40 artists in a robbery fantasy. While most targets laughed it off or ignored it, Jay-Z chose to respond, and his response established their dynamic for the next 25 years. At Hot 97's Summer Jam in 1999, Jay-Z delivered a legendary freestyle including the line, "I'm about $1. What the fuck is 50 Cent?" It was dismissive, clever, and perfectly encapsulated Jay-Z's approach, positioning himself as established currency while reducing 50 Cent to literal change. The line later appeared on its Hot Some Like It Hot, from Volume 3, Life and Times of S. Carter, released December 1999 and produced by Timbaland. The track featured Jay's boasting with bars like "Go Against Jigga," "Yo is dense / I'm about $1. What the fuck is 50 cents?"
There ain't never been no 50 Cent Jay-Z conversations questioning whether there was a competition between the two of them. There's a huge difference in energy internationally in 50 Cent and Jay-Z. In fact, his largest selling record sold 430-something thousand copies. My largest selling records, plural, 2 of them sold 5.
50 Cent didn't stay quiet. In 2000, he released Be a Gentleman, directly challenging Jay-Z's street credibility. Jay's Please You a Sham, a con, a fake / 41-year-old talking he run New York. Give me a break. He mocked Jay's age, image, and authenticity claims, suggesting commercial success didn't equal real street respect. The escalation might have continued, but fate intervened brutally. On May 24, 2000, 50 Cent was shot 9 times outside his grandmother's house in Queens. He miraculously survived, but Columbia Records dropped him and shelved his debut album Power of the Dollar. The shooting paused the rivalry. 50 Cent spent 2 years recovering, rebuilding, and grinding on mixtapes, while Jay-Z continued dominating with albums like The Blueprint. In 2001, the beef simmered as both focused on their paths. When 50 Cent emerged in 2002, signed by Eminem and Dr. Dre to Shady / Aftermath, everything changed. His debut, Get Rich or Die Trying, dropped in February 2003, selling 872,000 copies first week and eventually going diamond. In Da Club and 21 Questions dominated every radio station. The question became not whether 50 Cent was legitimate, but whether anyone could stop him. Jay-Z recognized this.
There's a huge difference in who we are with each other internationally. Let them be fooled in America and think there's a competition there, because America can be purchased. We can buy it with marketing dollars. You see what I'm saying? But the rest of the world, there's not enough marketing dollars to go around to change the way.
An uneasy coexistence followed. In 2003, they appeared in the same Reebok commercial and co-headlined the Rock the Mic tour. They occasionally collaborated, with Jay rapping over 50's beats. According to 50's claims, his G-Unit shoes outsold Jay's S. Carter line 6-1. Beneath the surface, tension persisted. 50 Cent consistently positioned himself as more commercially successful internationally, citing numbers that painted a striking picture.
See, he's a piece of work, man. He always put somebody in front of him. When Jada came for him, he put Beanie in front of him. And Beanie went back and forth with Jadakiss. When Cam came for him, he put True Life in front of him. And they went back and forth. And he just...
50 Cent has been remarkably candid about what he perceives as Jay-Z's core weakness, avoiding direct confrontation. Rather than handling conflicts personally, 50 claims Jay's, he always positions others in front of him.
He's the coolest punk in hip-hop. His presentation makes people decide to say,
oh man,
you know, because he's big, and his take on it is bigger.
This critique extends to Jay-Z's public persona. 50 Cent famously called Jay's the coolest punk in hip-hop, a deliberate contradiction suggesting Jay's polished business-like presentation undermines street respect.
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. Mm-hmm. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies came.
The implications are clear. 50 Cent views Jay's as someone who plays differently, avoiding direct beef, using corporate structures as shields, letting others fight his battles. Whether that represents strategic brilliance or weakness depends on perspective. The business rivalry extended far beyond music. In 2004, 50 Cent partnered with Glaceau, makers of vitamin water, choosing equity over a flat endorsement fee. When Coca-Cola acquired Glaceau in 2007 for $4. $1 billion, 50's share reportedly netted him $60-100 million after taxes. Meanwhile, Jay-Z sold Rocawear rights to Iconix brand group in 2007 for $204 million cash. Both deals were landmark achievements, but 50 Cent never missed opportunities to position his Vitam in water windfall as the smarter, more lucrative play. The business competition continued as both built empires competing for the same cultural space. By 2007, another twist emerged when Kanye West's Graduation and 50 Cent's Curtis released the same day in Hip Hop's most anticipated sales battle. When Can, I won decisively 957-000 to 691-000. First week 50 Cent accused Jay-Z of orchestrating Kanye's victory by proxy, using his Def Jam presidency to ensure I had every advantage. The accusation fit 50's broader narrative of Jay-Z as a chess player who never dirties his own hands. But there's another dimension to this rivalry that 50 Cent has explored recently, one touching Jay-Z's most significant personal relationship. If the Super Bowl allegations were explosive, 50 Cent's Grammy theory is equally controversial. Throughout 2023 and 2024, he advanced a theory that both entertains his fans and infuriates Jay-Z supporters. That Jay-Z's massive Grammy success, 25 wins, making him rap's most awarded artist, ties directly to his marriage to Beyonce rather than his musical merit.
So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
I've absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades. Because he's no longer viewed as like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
To be accurate, Jay-Z actually won 4 Grammys before collaborating with Beyonce, not one as 50 claims. However, his broader point holds statistical merit. Jay-Z's wins accelerated dramatically after his Beyonce association began. Of Jay-Z's 25 total Grammy wins, 21 came after 2004, coinciding with joint projects and his evolution into a mogul and family man image. 50 Cent connects this to what he sees as Jay-Z's calculated image transformation derived from marriage.
The image itself after a gay painter. The big homie wanted to look like a gay painter.
This argument fits 50 Cent's broader Grammy critique as an institution rewarding image over authenticity. He repeatedly notes that Tupac Shakur never won a Grammy despite immense cultural influence, using this as evidence the Recording Academy values polished, safe artists over raw hip-hop pioneers. 50 Cent himself has 3 Grammys, which might fuel his skepticism, but his critiques extend beyond personal grievance. He positions himself as an industry truth teller who believes relationships trump talent. Perhaps the most provocative aspect of 50 Cent's recent Jay-Z commentary involves persistent connections to Jean Mitchell Basquiat.
Yeah, because you got all that in the music for $10.99. That's a bad deal. I wouldn't tell you to cut a bad deal. Like, take the $500,000.
50 Cent accuses Jay-Z of modeling his entire look after Jean Mitchell Basquiat. While this comment might seem random, it demonstrates Fifth's willingness to attack Jay-Z from every angle: appearance, authenticity, business dealings, personal relationships. 50 Cent called Jay-Z's 444 album golf course music, essentially labeling it elitist and disconnected from the streets that made Jay-Z famous. He's mocked Jay-Z's appearance with memes suggesting he aged rapidly. The irony of this saga isn't lost on hip-hop observers, 2 men who rose from nothing, one from Brooklyn's Marcy projects, the other from Queens streets, built billion-dollar empires and should theoretically respect each other's hustle. Instead, they've spent 25 years in a Cold War evolving from rap battles to business conflicts to social media trolling. 50 Cent has been remarkably consistent. He doesn't necessarily dislike Jay-Z personally. They're cordial during in-person encounters. But he fundamentally disagrees with Jay-Z's operational mode, using corporate power to settle personal scores, hiding behind business structures to avoid direct confrontation, cultivating a safe image that shields him from consequences. That defines 50 Cent. He prefers his stage uncomfortable. He wants everyone knowing that challenging him brings immediate consequences. He's built his entire persona as the opposite of what he perceives Jay-Z to be: confrontational versus calculating, public versus private, aggressive versus diplomatic. One certainty exists: this rivalry continues indefinitely. As long as 50 Cent has Instagram and Jay-Z has a corporate empire, shots will keep firing. Some subtle, some explosive, all fueling hip Hop's Long Beach, trending Cold War. What makes this moment compelling is the convergence of multiple storylines. The Super Bowl allegations cast doubt on entertainment gatekeeping. The Grammy theory challenges music's highest honors legitimacy. The Basquiat allegations question authenticity. And two men who built everything from nothing now stand separated by philosophy more than anything. 50 Cent moves through the world boldly, unafraid of consequences, posting through controversies that would send most celebrities to their publicists. Jay-Z operates silently, letting lawyers and corporate structures handle heavy lifting, rarely dignifying accusations with public responses. They represent fundamentally different power approaches. The gladiator versus the emperor, the street corner versus the boardroom, the comments section versus the contract clause. Perhaps the most telling aspect of this saga, despite everything, the diss tracks, sales battles, business competition, social media trolling, Super Bowl allegations. Neither man has truly destroyed the other. Both remain at the top of their respective empires. Both achieved what would have seemed impossible to their younger selves. And both, whether they'd admit it, have pushed each other to become better, hungrier, more strategic versions of themselves. That's the nature of quarter-century rivalries. They stop being about hate and become about definition. Each man exists partially in opposition to the other, their identities forever intertwined in hip. Hop's corporate era story. So next time you see 50 Cent post another Jay-Z meme, or hear another allegation about blocked opportunities and corporate sabotage, remember you're witnessing something bigger than beef. You're watching two kings fight for the same throne using weapons that didn't exist when either started rapping. And if history indicates anything, we're nowhere near the final chapter.